If there's one thing I can say to every citizen in this city for their own safety, please do not touch the wildlife.
Hey Raleigh, curious about how things really work in your capital city? We've got answers straight from the experts that make it happen. Welcome to Your City Answered. I'm Katie Dombrowski. Not every call to 911 is about a crime. Sometimes it's about a lost dog, an injured owl, or a pet finding its way back home. On today's podcast, we explore the world of animal control, where compassion meets public safety, reuniting families with their pets, caring for wildlife, and keeping the community safe through things like rabies prevention and leash laws. Let's sit down with Animal Control Supervisor Miya Hurley as she helps us answer the question, how do you balance public safety with the welfare of the animals you encounter?
Public safety and animal welfare go hand in hand. It's not one or the other. It's same coin, two different sides. Okay. A lot of our work is proactive. So it's not just enforcement. We are proactively seeking these animals out, scanning for microchips in the field so that we can reunite them with their owner. Mm-hmm. We are educating them about our city ordinances and the importance of a rabies vaccine. We are also providing them resources because in this current climate, it's kind of not affordable to make sure your animal has the basic, which is a rabies vaccine, and that is the state law. So we are making sure that we are offering them an alternative that is more affordable. If we've got vouchers to give to citizens who need a rabies vaccine, we're making sure we do that. If we have a citizen that's facing a food discrepancy for their pet, we don't want to take that pet. We want to make sure we are supporting that owner. Mm-hmm. By being more proactive, we're reducing the risk of animals that then become or have the potential to become a public nuisance or a public safety concern.
So when you're out in the field and you're arriving on a call to help assist with an animal or help assist a homeowner, what kind of situations tend to be the most challenging when you're trying to achieve that balance between safety and animal welfare?
Every situation is unpredictable. We don't know these animals. They don't know us. And a lot of aggression is fear-based. So what we can do as animal control officers, arriving on a scene, we can make sure our body language is not conveying fear, that it is not conveying aggression, that it is very neutral and approachable. Sure. But we also have to make sure that we're safe. So we exit our vehicles with our catch poles. In the event that an animal runs up on us, we just need to stick it out and get some space between us and that animal. But we try and de-escalate every situation, especially if it's a high stakes, high energy. People and animals are very, very alike. And fear and stress go hand in hand. We are trained to de-escalate, so we are going to de-escalate any situation first. It's all about respect. It's all about patience, empathy. All of those things are going to make this scene what we want it to be to achieve safety for that owner and that animal.
I imagine that sometimes you have to make very quick decisions when you're out there trying to help animals. So how do you evaluate that risk in the moment of what kind of risk maybe that animal might pose?
There's always a risk in any field, especially when it comes to any sort of law enforcement or public-facing job. It's not just being a customer service representative. It's now, how am I safely going to exit my vehicle to assist and assess this situation? So I think every single one of us takes a second, takes in the big picture, where this animal is coming from. Are they charging? Is this fear? Is this aggression? Is this environmental? Are there environmental factors that are contributing to this animal's behavior? Can we read that animal's body language correctly? And then we proceed, exit the vehicle, make sure there's nobody else that we need to worry about to get out of a zone where an animal can turn its attention from us to them. Approach cautiously, patiently, and some of these calls take anywhere between 2 minutes to 30 minutes. It depends on how you have to approach this animal, how you have to gain that animal's trust if you can. And if you can't, some of that is just quick, get your catch pole out, get it on the animal, get the animal in the truck.
And are you just helping with like cats and dogs, or are you dealing with wild animals too?
No, ma'am. So in the city of Raleigh, we have a plethora of wildlife.
Oh, wow,
really? We have an abundance of it. We have a lot of foxes, coyotes, deer, raccoons, the occasional like gopher or groundhog. Those are always fun, and a lot of possums. So we deal with sick and injured wildlife. We do have a large avian population. So we're seeing birds of prey. We have a couple of bald eagles in the city that we have rescued and been able to get into rehabs. So we deal with all of the animals in this city.
That's awesome. You touched on this earlier, but how does community education play into reducing the risky encounters between our residents and these animals that you get called to help with?
Prime example right now is that we are seeing a lot of dog owners bring their dogs to the city of Raleigh parks.
Okay.
They are letting their dogs off leash. We do have a leash law in the city of Raleigh, and we enforce it all the time. There are people that have moved to the city of Raleigh in most recent years that are not familiar with city ordinances that require you to have your animal on a leash at all times. By educating those owners on our leash law, we prevent them from coming back out to the same park and doing that action again, but potentially having another animal there that is off leash. And then we have dogs fighting in our city parks, owners being bitten trying to break them up. We don't want to see that. We would rather have a conversation with you, educate you on our leash law, and let you know, hey, this is the city limits, this is a city park, leash your animal, please, and explain to them our city ordinances. Every single one of my officers is equipped with a small pamphlet that has every single one of our city ordinance on that we like to give out to citizens whenever we encounter them.
Okay, that's great. If someone is new to our city and maybe they're just kind of like on the internet looking around, can they get that information also on our website?
Absolutely. All of our city ordinances are on our website. If you do encounter one of my officers and they give you one of these pamphlets, there is also a QR code on the back of it that you can scan that takes you directly to all of City of Raleigh's animal ordinances.
Awesome. So, what do you wish that more residents understood about how to handle wildlife or lost pets before calling you and your team members?
Oh, that's a two-part question. We're going to start with the wildlife first.
Yes.
If there's one thing I can say to every citizen in this city for their own safety, please do not touch the wildlife.
Don't touch the wildlife.
Please don't touch the wildlife.
All right, you heard it here from RPD. Why don't we want people to touch the wildlife?
We know that these wild creatures are cute as babies. We know that they look like they could be cuddled and snuggled. They are wild animals. They have never been cuddled or snuggled. And most of these animals, if you introduce them to something like that, will hurt you. And that is the last thing we want for any citizen in this city. Additionally, again, Raleigh does have a large wildlife population. We have a large rabies vector species population. Those are our raccoons, our foxes, our coyotes. We don't want to see anybody bitten or exposed to the rabies vaccine. Absolutely. These are all preventable things, and it starts with observing our wildlife only and leaving them alone. Now, one thing I want everybody to know about their cats and dogs, and possibly ferrets, is that they do need a rabies vaccine. It does not matter if they go outside. It does not matter if you don't have any other animals in the home. Everybody needs a rabies vaccine. Your dogs, your cats, your ferrets. Get those guys a rabies vaccine. Additionally, we are not just here to enforce. You can call us at our non-emergency number, ask to speak with an officer, and we can give you advice on how to navigate certain situations in your area. If there's a feral cat issue in your neighborhood, we can walk you through how to best respond to that. Okay. If there's a dispute with a neighbor that's allowing their dog to run on your property, we can respond to that too. It's all about education, proactivity, and making sure that we can all live in harmony, and that goes for all of the animals. I saw a sticker once that said, Raleigh means all. And I thought, oh, that's cool. That's kind of Raleigh's whole thing. And I went to a cat cafe and they had a sticker that said, all means paws in the shape of Raleigh. Cool. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cute. Yeah. So that's something I kind of took away. We welcome everybody and everybody's pets in this city. We do not discriminate. We want to see your pets.
Awesome.
Me specifically, I want to see your pets.
So I have to know, like, do you have any pets?
I do. I have 3 dogs ranging in all sizes.
Okay.
I have a pitty. Her name is Pamela.
All right.
I have a weenie dog. His name is Jasper. I have a beagle mix. She's actually a beagle Boston Terrier. So it's called a Goodness, they call her a boggle.
Oh, boggle.
A
Okay.
boggle. Her name is Jupiter. And then I have a snake. I have a ball python.
Wow.
Her name is Ophelia.
All right. I love that. I love that you do this and you have pets at home.
Oh, this makes this job that much better.
And what is your favorite part about your job? Why do you love this job so much?
As an officer, my favorite part is the community engagement. I was once a young adult with a dog that I had no idea what I was doing with. And I wish somebody had stepped in and educated me on the laws for rabies, the leash laws, and been able to kind of guide me in that way. But also, I wish somebody had given me the resources that I know we can offer some of the citizens in this city to assist them. As a supervisor, my favorite part of my job is looking at my officers do something that I showed them how to do and they have now mastered it, and then watch them show another officer and they continue to master it. That is my favorite part. We are always evolving as people, but as officers, they are always adapting and learning and growing and willing to show other officers and then take that knowledge out into the city.
Awesome. Thank you.
Got a question you'd like us to dig into? We'd love to hear it. Visit RaleighNC.gov and search podcast to submit your questions. Plus, catch every episode. Thanks for listening to Your City Answered, where your questions lead the conversation. Brought to you by the City of Raleigh.